So the first quotation I'm going to place, that is, the mind is a good servant but a bad master.
We can use our mind to get anything, like to make everything possible. But when we let our mind to control ourselves, then it actually becomes dangerous.
We suffer more in our thoughts than in real life.
We are not aware about that thing. That's why we suffer within our thoughts.
A calm mind is better than a louder voice. Hi Elite! Guys, today we are going to go with a spoken session in which I'm going to place a statement and I want you people to speak. And I want you people to speak in such a way so it can really get recorded on the camera because our audience is watching to us. So are you ready guys? Yes! That's lovely guys, let's begin. So the first quotation I'm going to place, that is, the mind is a good servant but a bad master.
Hi everybody, today I am going to talk about one of the most important quotes that has put by our Abhay sir. That is, our mind is a good servant but a bad master, and it's dangerous master. So from the very first time when I heard this quote, so one thing that entered my mind, that was, we can use our mind to get anything, like to make everything possible. But when we let our mind to control ourselves, then it actually becomes dangerous. Let's just think about your bad habits. Like, just because of our mind only, we have developed the kind of habits that ruins our life and even impacts our life badly in a way that it becomes so difficult for us to control or even to change those habits. So in that way, I can say our mind can really be a good servant, because by using our mind we can train ourselves, we can get any ability, or even we can develop ourselves in a such a way achieve anything. Let's just talk about your personality only, like the way you talk now right now, and the way you present yourself before the people, it were different when you were in 12th class, when you were in your schooling. But now, just because you have paid attention on your mind, and you have your mind has served you in a way that now you have enough able to get the benefits just because of your mind only. But if you let your mind to control you, so at that time it becomes very difficult for you to get back to the track where you wanted to be. Thank you.
We try our best to control our thoughts. But what this quotation is saying, the mind is a good servant. If you try or if you control your mind, it really helps us in a best possible way. But at the same, if you give everything to your brain कि do whatever you feel like doing it. We say ना हमारा मन कर रहा है ये करने का, हमारा मन कर रहा है वो करने का. So your brain is leading you somehow. Or when your brain starts leading you, it gets destroyed. But when you control your brain and when you ask your brain and when you are aware what to do, what not to do, it goes better. So make sure, let your brain be servant, not a master of remakes. We suffer more in our thoughts than in real life. So big hand, Atida.
So, hi everyone, this side is Pooja, and today I'm going to explain a simple thought, which is, we suffer in our mind, but the thing which is, it never happens in a reality. You know what the reason behind it is? That awareness. We are not aware about that thing, that's why we suffer within our thoughts. And in that thought, we indulge in that much, we are not even able to figure out that is this real or just an imagination. Because sometimes your imagination turns into visualization, and visualization turns into reality. It always happens with us, because whenever we think, we get deep into that thought. And when we get deep into that thought, we are visualize the thing that, even like, if you are thinking about a particular thing, and at that moment some incident can get happen with you, and at that time you feel like that this happens because I think, and it happens, it becomes reality. But this is not actually happen. This is all about your awareness. You are not aware about it, that's why you are going deep into that thought, and still you are never ever get rid out of this thought. The only thing you have to do is to figure out to get rid of this thing, to get aware. Stop thinking at this moment, and if you are thinking about such particular thing, then sit for a while, ask yourself that it is necessary for me, it is necessary for my life, for my career. And if it is, then think about it. And if it is not, then indulge yourself into a different world. And that is what I want to say. Thank you, Siege.
Yes, the next quotation is going to be criticism is the best fuel. Criticism is the best fuel. Criticism is the best fuel. Why this quote is being written by someone? Because there was an experiment you can consider when you are criticized, when you are scolded by someone, when you can say, when your fun was made in front of your friends. That the feeling that comes in your mind, that is why they all are saying this to me. I'm not that much weak. I'm not this much weak than them. I'm equal. I'm better than them. Then aggression comes in your mind that I will show them I am better than everyone. You can consider it as a jealousy or something like a motivation that is ignited in yourself. But that is called the fuel that came from the courage, not the courage that was from criticism. In our class, many people were criticized that why don't you improve? You're not good enough in that you don't even deserve. But when these statements are said to anyone, the ego that plays a vital role in everyone's life or their improvement, that ego let your all potential come out and let you work in the best possible way. That criticism wakes your ego up and says them, prove yourself that you are the best one in the world. When I was criticized in my previous batch that you cannot survive among us, you cannot compete with us, because you're not becoming the coordinator, not even the assistant coordinator. But that time, the time came that I was the one who was the continuous coordinator for 2 months. After that, we have to take break for a month. Later on, I become again. So that was the power of criticism. That when you are criticized, your ego wakes up and you light up the world. That's also best. So guys, the next topic I would raise, comparison steals the happiness. You must have seen people comparing their height, their color, their weight, their thoughts, their idea, their education, their money, their phone, their car, their house, and their shoes, their clothes, and so many other things. So I just want to say, I want somebody to come here and tell comparison steals the happiness.
So, as we know that where we are living in this generation, where we all know that is a social media generation, we're all living in that Gen Z, where people are actually comparing ourselves with the 30 seconds or 15 seconds of that reel, where they are sharing something, they are doing something good, or they are in in that place where they always want to go, and now we're comparing our lives with that 130 seconds or someone's 50 seconds of highlights. Only thing that's we are is somehow behind in our life. They are now going somewhere very far from that place, and we are still there. We are still stuck in that place. But what I believe that maybe you are suffering, you are something doing different, and you're just comparing that life with that somehow the 15 seconds of highlights for the someone, or you are doing something. Your whole struggle still are not being seen, but people are doing something else. So that not actually meant to be, there is nothing good to be compare your life with someone else highlights for someone else social media post or something else. Comparison is a good thing. What I believe, only it should be healthy. If you are comparing with someone who doing something inspiration in their life and you're comparing that I want to be like this, that's a comparison should be good. But if you're comparing because you are insecure by their things and you are just want to be just want to insecure by things, and you're like just taking your ego outside and you're saying that yeah I can do that, but I don't think so, I need to do this, I can do better than this. So you just insecurity that comes from your insecurity. So I believe comparison is good, but not that much that you are putting your ego at this side.
A calm mind is better than a louder voice. Have you ever imagined yourself when you among the group discussion? None of them really understand you. Your conversation have been misunderstood. What's the reason behind this? Authority, calmness, presence of mind, still lacking. Your louder than voice never influence people. What persuasion needs? When you're calm, when presence of mind by your hand, whatever speech front of people's, it's really understanding it. People can understand your emotions, what the value
carry by your own self. Do you know why people still don't understand what's a calm mind? Calm mind, relax, understand what you want to convey to your peoples, understand what the emotion he carry, or not always agree a person, disagree a way which he can understand, which he can depend on your words that he is saying are good or right. Do you know a quotation which is very interesting? Always say less than necessary. This quotation describes when you speak less, your affecting words affect the thousand of peoples. You need one thing, observation, calm minds. And do you know why you are not top one? Why always you less than initiate? Why he never initiate on this stage? Because you are the victim of your own fear. The great philosophers say one thing, always conceal your intention. And your intention become the fear. And this is what you are. I am front of you, calm mind, relax. And what you are. Still puzzling on your own fear. And calm mind is like me. A louder than mind are people who is barking without any unnecessary word. And this is what your choice. Being a one who is a person who is optimistic, a shameless optimistic, a person who will speak a foolish which cannot understand. What's your choice? Shameless optimistic or foolish? The word is your or choice is your.
See, repetition is what you avoid becomes fear. So, as sitting on a chair, looking at the people initiating, you know what? In the past, I have initiated a lot. I have came to the stage at first. But you know what? Like after taking a break, I started avoiding initiatives. I started thinking that I'll go next, and you might aware about it, right? People, everyone in everyone's life, it might happen. Everyone think that I'll perform next, and that's how. If you started avoiding, that make you fear more, like that make you in more fear, right? It's not about that only. If you are even go in front of the camera, so you might see there are multiple things that it comes in your mind that I can't perform it. Even to make the video for the elite Insta handle, there are many people who don't want to perform in front of camera. Why? Because they have got the fear in their mind that if they come in front of camera, so their lack of confidence or their body language, and go they'll be kept and people gonna watch them. And then when they started being feared of it, it becomes like it just create more fear. It just like like if you are being in fear and then thinking that I'll be fear from this, so it is just making you in more fear, right? So I really believe that if you are being in, like if you are pursuing anything and if you are not doing something right, and you are running from that opportunity, so it is going to create more fear. Thank you. Different people see the same thing differently. Different people sees the same thing differently because everyone has a different mindset and everyone seeing same thing differently. Like for example, if any two want to decorate this wall, so one decorated differently and different people has a different ideas. So that's why the same people have the same thing sees the same thing differently, because the decoration one and everyone has a different thought process and different creativity. Like if I want to edit a one video, so I will do differently. And if a one someone, like if Pratyush want to edit a one video, so he will do differently as in Abhibya's video. So that's what I want to deliver, that everyone has a different mindset. If somebody is asking question, it's better than being confused. So big hand for
Asking question is better than confused. As like in class, a teacher taught something and by mistake you say the a confusing you have a confusing mind that between the acid and base, and you are just thinking that if I say something, if I ask a question, so the student says things that he doesn't know anything. teacher thinks that what type of question you are saying is easy questions, and but in the exam that question comes in 5 marks. At that time, you will think, you will think that yeah, I have to ask a question. It is better than that 5 marks is cut, and nothing, now nothing can be, now I can't do anything. So at that time you can ask question. And for example, that you are you don't know about the Abebe has gave you a topic to speak, and having that you have to win from your opponent. So at that time you don't know the topic and meaning of that topic. So at that time you will be lost. But if you ask that question to Bhaiya, Bhaiya, can you please tell me? Bhaiya will just says yes, this is the meaning, and you just start speaking, and by that you win from your opponent. So ask questions better than being confused.
Your content was appropriate, though we let it go. Reason being, for you, coming here and speaking here is more important than just sitting there and keep on thinking, "Hey, can I speak right or wrong?" Got it, guys? So I just want you people to come and initiate. All fine. So that's all done, guys. It's done. Thank you so much, Tashi.